And welcome to Wallkill Valley Regional High School here in Hardison, New Jersey, as Brian Thomas Basketball presents high school girls basketball. And it's Wallkill Valley out of the Freedom Division. They come in a record of 4-13, 1-8 in Freedom. Under their veteran head coach, Earl the Pearl Horniak, one of the best guys that you ever want to meet, and a great coach. So they take on the Hopatcong Chiefs, 4-16, 1-8 in the Colonial Division. They're led by Jamie Douglas, their former star player. What a great career Jamie had at Hopatcong, and went on to have an All-American career at Delphi. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us here on BT Basketball. It's a special night, senior night here at Wallkill Valley, and they have one very special senior, and that takes another away from Miss Kirsten Albert, who's a terrific athlete and student athlete as well. So, but Jackie Shells, what she's doing is historical this season for Wallkill Valley, and I'm going to bring in Brian Thomas. Brian, she's been unbelievable.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's senior day here at Wallkill Valley. At this time, we'd like to acknowledge our two regular seniors. Our first senior, number 20, Kirsten Albert. Kirsten is a three-year member of the girls' basketball team. Kirsten has been so helpful and welcoming.
And, of course, the Mile 39 Band is a cover band who frequently play at many of the local establishments. They love providing fun entertainment for folks to enjoy. If you get a chance, check them out. Go see them play. And Wallkill Valley coach Earl Horniak happens to be the drummer.
Yes,
so
he is.
Excited about that.
All right, but they got the senior ceremony starting here. That's Kirsten Albert out there being honored with Coach Horniak. And I believe that's Kirsten's mom. And then Jackie Shells will be honored next.
Our second senior is number 23, Jackie Shells. Jackie, a four-year member and four-year starter for the girls' basketball team. Jackie scored her 1,000 point last year as a junior, and now has become the Wallkill Valley girls' basketball leading scorer. Jackie is not only a hard worker, but a great teammate. Jackie has welcomed us to the team and has been nothing but a great teammate and leader for us. After high school, Jackie plans to attend a four-year college and continue to play basketball. We are so proud of Jackie and all she has accomplished. Jackie Shells.
right, a nice ceremony honoring the two seniors, Jackie Shells. What a career. It's not over yet. What she's been doing has just been nothing short of historical. Right now, in the NJAC, she's first in points, blocks, and rebounds. In the state, she's third. In blocks, she's third, and 16th in rebounds, averaging almost 30 points a game, 13.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists, and 6 blocks a game. And because she can attack the basket, she's gone to the line 167 times, and is a 77% from the line. What else can you say about Jackie Shells? I'll throw in one extra thing. She's in the choir, she's in the band, she's an outstanding student, and a wonderful young lady.
You nailed it, Dan. She has all of those things and then some. She's excellent on the basketball court, but she's even better off. She's one of the best kids that I've had the pleasure of ever having to coach or be around, and her passion and dedication and her hard work. We'll talk about this a lot during the game today.
Certainly will. We're going to have the national anthem.
Wow.
A beautiful rendition of the national anthem here at Wallkill Valley High School. So, I mean, Jackie does it all. You know what's really cool, too, here tonight, Brian, is Jamie Gag is here, the person that she broke the girl scoring record the other night when she broke the record at Warren Hills. And Jamie was as good as it gets. And you talk about a legacy. Her mom is in the Vernon Township High School Hall of Fame. She was on the great 1978 team that Vernon won the SEIL undefeated. Michelle Castamore then, Michelle Gag now, and retired educator from Vernon. But Jamie, what a career. Brother Bobby was a great athlete here, played professional baseball. But it's pretty cool. Jamie's here to watch Jackie tonight. Jackie, 195 points short of Mike Hearn's all-time school record. She's got the girls' record, broke Gag.
Right.
Gag broke Stephanie Hearn's
Right.
record. But just an unbelievable season by Jackie.
Yeah, it's very cool that Gag is here because especially even the other night when Jackie scored 44, she tied her school record. So they're in rarefied air. And, you know, one of the best things about Jackie's game, yeah, she's putting up a lot of points, but it's the other things that make her such a stat stuffer. I mean, 13-plus rebounds a game. You know, she's had many games with double-digit blocks. She's got just a ton of steals, assists. I mean, she's doing it all, literally filling up the stat sheet in ways that is very rarely seen at the high school level. I mean, games of 39, 14, 11, 6, like absurd video game type numbers.
Right. We're underway. Wallkill in the home dark uniforms, Hopatcong and the visiting white. Starting line for the Rangers, Gabby Kuhar, number 3, Kate Farrenfield, number 4, Katie Klakowski, number 14, Kirsten Albert, the fellow senior, number 20, and the great Jackie Sales, 23. We already have a foul, and Jackie Sales going to line.
Right down the middle.
She can get her mail sent to the foul line. Starting lineup for the Chiefs, we'll give you that after this free throw attempt from Jackie Shells. And starting for the Chiefs and Coach Jamie Douglas, Janie Henderson, number 5, Avia Saluka, number 4, number 15, Abby Rattenauer, and number 23, Riley Edwards. Shells 1 of 2 from the line. Wallkill with the 1-0 lead. Hopatcong coming off a loss to Roxbury the other night. And their wins are over Orange in the Morris Hills tournament. They beat Whippany Park twice, and they beat Sussex Tech 34-31 for their lone win in division play. We'll inbound the ball under the basket for the Chiefs. They'll get it in. Janie Henderson, a big part of a couple years ago when Christy Brennan went on her run for 2,000 points. And they made a run, Hopatcong, to possibly getting that Colonial Division title, which Hackettstown won. Shells goes coast to coast, can't finish. Rebound pulled down, will have a travel. So Janie, a very dependable player for Coach Jamie Douglas, number 5, and Sam Van Beekum, number 15, probably their top rebounder. Rangers will inbounds. They'll get it to Shells, a little up and under move, and she's already off to a 3-point start.
And they've pretty much seen every defense this year. I mean, they've obviously faced a lot of box and ones. They face a lot of zone, a lot of man, a lot of pressure. So I don't think anything that an opposing team is going to throw at them defensively is really going to surprise them at this point in the year.
Little foul line jumper taken there. Zaluka, no good. Rebound, held ball.
I think the biggest key early here for Hopatcong is just making sure you're trying to get stops. You got to do your best, easier said than done, of keeping Jackie Shells out of the lane and looking to have some of the other girls on Wallkill Valley try to hurt you and try to beat you that way.
Comes off the curl, gets some area, drives the lane, off the glass, no good. She gets her own miss, and then she's fouled again. There's her game in a nutshell right there.
Yep.
And she's added the 3-point shot. Remember, she came in as a freshman in sophomore. She was strictly a slasher.
Yeah, without a question. She has the ability to snake through the lane and kind of writher through there. But then, like you said, she has added that mid-range especially, and then all the way out to that 3-point line. I mean, she had 5 threes the other night, which is not a rarity for her any longer. Whereas the first handful of years, you know, she was lucky to hit 1 or 2 every few games. So she has really transformed that because she has worked as hard as anyone that I've ever been around.
And here's the asterisk, folks. She played her freshman year, a COVID year. They played half the amount of games that they normally play. So these numbers, she probably would be ahead of her already.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, because you're talking, you know, a good 15 games that would probably miss, or 10 on the low side.
Absolutely. Putback doesn't fall. Unlucky for the Chiefs. And checking in for Hopatcong, number 24, Kelsey Weber. Picking up 2 fouls early for the Chiefs, Sam Van Beekum. Check that. No, that was Van Beekum is still on the floor. Jumper no good for Shells. And you know what? Look at those numbers. She's not a gunner.
Right.
She wants to pass. She wants to get her teammates involved. But it's just fallen that way. And I was lucky enough, and I think you were, to see Jamie Guy play.
Yes, without a doubt.
I covered a bunch of her games. Block shot.
Good defense by Anderson, who was the younger sister of Erin Anderson, who graduated last year. She's developing into a nice player. Defensively, boxing out, rebounding, getting some steals, some blocks. It's just it's weird with the timing of this team because they have so many young kids. Then they have Jackie as the senior scorer, kind of do everything girl. And it's almost like there's an odd gap in timing. You know, it's almost like if some of these younger players were a couple of years older,
right?
You know, and had a little bit more experience, which they will get over the next couple of years, and maybe their record would be maybe just a little bit different as well.
Well, she played with a 1,000-point scorer when she first started. Sam Lapelia was a 1,000-point scorer, and
right.
And I got to jog my memory. Was Jamie Struble a senior when she was a freshman? I'm not sure. Yeah, Jamie's playing at Drew.
Correct.
So she played with 2,000-point scorers.
She did. Yeah, so she saw, kind of what it took to get there, right here in this gym, and she took the baton and sped up the pace.
Yeah, she took the anchor lap.
She sure did.
She lapped a couple of people.
Yeah.
And again, just a wonderful young lady.
Yeah, you can see her now just kind of coaching up Anderson a little bit because she knows, like, she's working with a lot of young kids, and this is what happened with her when she was a freshman.
Right.
Struble and some of the other girls were always helping her out, so it's returned to favor.
She hasn't, as far as I know, has not made her decision yet on colleges. She's been plenty of offers.
Correct. She has not.
Steals for Shells. And little put on the afterburners, and she gets the lay-in, and she's got all 6 points. Trying to answer with a 3, no good. And we'll stay here with Wallkill Valley.
Wallkill's coming out in a 1-2-2 zone. We'll see if Hopatcong can get into the gaps and look to attack the basket. And Hopatcong straight man-to-man here.
You got to like the sign, let's go Jackal.
Yeah, that's how her family knows her, as the Jackal. So when we're saying Jackie on the air, they're like, who's that?
Right.
So they got the little guys out here with the signs. They got the shirts that says 1,000 points on them and everything. They're all ready to go today.
You got to love it. When you're basically having a season where you got 5 freshmen out there and struggling a little bit, this is something to keep everyone interested in the year. And again, because she's a great kid, her teammates love her, everyone gets into it. No, there's no jealousy here. And you can find that sometimes when someone is scoring 40 points a game, like, hey, where's my chance?
Right.
But they all love Jackie, and rightfully so. Jumper from the far side wing, no good. Put back, and that will fall. And Henderson will get the basket. Chiefs are on the scoreboard.
Nice job of staying with that basketball. Kind of dropped right to her, putting it right back up for their first basket of the game.
And again, such a young team for this Wallkill Valley. Look at all those freshmen out there. Farrenfeld's a freshman. Klukowski's a freshman. And the putback, Anderson gets it to go.
Nice back door by Gabby Kuhar, and then Anderson cleaning up the trash. Nice job.
And Anderson, another freshman.
Right.
Gabby Kuhar is a grizzled sophomore.
That's right. That's right.
10-2 our score. Chiefs are getting good shots, though.
They are.
Working inside the Van Beekum, goes up strong.
Nice job of attacking the basket, not fading away.
Well, I don't think she's going to get any better coaching playing low post than Jamie Douglas.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Jamie was unbelievable. Right on this floor in 2000, they ended Sparta's string of SEIL Festival Championships as Shells gets another hoop. She's got 10.
Again, one of the keys to try to at least try to contain Jackie a little bit is you got to contain that dribble penetration that's getting into the lane, because once she's there, especially when there's not a lot of size on the opposite side, it's really tough to stop.
Great look by Shells trying to get an assist. Anderson with the rebound and gets it to go. She's got 4.
Anderson using her body really well early. Second putback, second straight possession.
And what I love, the minute Shells gets a rebound, her head's looking up for a pass, not for her to do it. Put back, can't go in, rattles out.
That was just hanging on the rim.
Yeah, it was. Unlucky for Hopatcong there. Farrenfeld works it out. Shells for 3. Can't get the go. Anderson doing a nice job on the boards, but Van Beekum will get there first. Here come the Chiefs. But on this floor in 2000, they beat Sparta. Jamie Douglas, Kat McPhail, Melissa Kern, Jen Hughes, and Pat Hughes. Unbelievable starting 5. Nice little move, and rattles it home. That's Henderson.
Great move by Henderson. A little shot fake and a little step through, and nice touch.
So an 8-point lead for Wallkill with 2:25 to go here in the first quarter. Paul Stanzial was the coach. Now always remember that. Not because it was like a historic win or get to travel. After the final buzzer sounded, where the Hopatcong bench is now, Paul Stanzial hopped out to the middle of the floor. He was so happy to finally get his first win over Fred Gefkin.
We got to find video of that.
It's Muggs Media Archives, wherever that is.
That's awesome.
That's where I just sat there at press row with the guys from the newspapers, like, watch him. Boom, boom, boom.
You know what? I think a lot of people probably felt that way if they finally got a chance to beat Fred Gefkin.
That's right. Speaking of Fred Gefkin, Kathy Willie in the house.
Yes. Jackie and her little sister Jamie have gone to the Sparta High School summer camps growing up.
Okay.
Which is why they have a relationship with one another. So Kathy, now with a little extra time on her hands, comes around and supports not only the players that she coached, but even girls that she didn't coach, but is in touch with. So pretty cool.
Well-deserved time off.
Oh, yeah.
Chiefs still hanging around in this one with 1:44 to go.
Yeah, getting most of their baskets around the rim. As we say that, knocking down a 15-footer.
14-8, nicely done. Henderson having a good first quarter. Again, she was on that team with Christy Brennan, who scored over 2,000 points. She joins Dennis and Matthew Tobin in 2,000-point history at Hopatcong High School.
There's not many of those up in our area, but a lot of them are at Hopatcong.
Yes, they are.
And there's that mid-range from Shells that you alluded to earlier. She has just out on the driveway, out the park. I mean, thousands upon thousands of jump shots over the last couple of years.
She's also, if she wanted to, could get money to play college soccer as a goalie.
Yeah.
She's been I cover a ton of games up here, folks. She's one of the best goalies I've seen in a very, very long time. So athletic and terrific in softball. So shooting 2 for the Chiefs. The foul will be on Tara Anderson. Going to the line for the Chiefs is Kelsey Weber. She'll hit 1 of 2. 16-9. As we approach a minute to go first quarter. Thanks for joining us. I'm Brian Thomas Basketball. Brian, have you seen the Mile 39 band? There's a steal. Henderson having herself a quarter. Puts on the brakes and gets to the go. Nice job by Henderson.
Great job. That's a tough finish there with defense coming right behind. No, I have not seen Mile 39 yet, but it is on my bucket list. I just want to see Earl beat them Skins. And that's what I want to see.
Quite the pleasure to watch it. Shells fade away. Can't get it to go. Henderson's got 8. Shells has 12. And there she is, hustling as always. They play the Brick and Brew, which is a great place. Bill Ellig, proud graduate of Wallkill Valley, loves Wallkill Valley, supports them. And Earl's band plays there. That's where I got to see Earl's band.
And if you go to Brick and Brew, don't forget that teriyaki salmon. Let me tell you, with a baked potato, oh my goodness.
Yeah,
I've gotten that many a time.
It's not just a pizza joint, folks.
No.
If you think that, you think wrong.
Yeah, not at all.
And Bill's just a tremendous supporter of everything Wallkill. 20 seconds to go, 16-11. Wallkill with the 5-point lead. Feels bigger.
It does.
But that's give all the credit to Janie Henderson, number 5. She's playing great for Hopatcong. 8 seconds. Shells looks at the clock. She has Diamond Alvarado left alone under the basket. Shells is going to take it, and she draws the foul.
I'm going to call that on the floor. So it's going to be 1.5 left, Dan, which is enough time for a quick dribble and to get a shot off. Let's see if they can get something with some screening around the basket. So just catch and go right up for it.
Yep, she gets it, has time, good for goes, and it's short. But a great first quarter for Jackie Shells as she has 12 of the 16 points. As Wallkill Valley will take a 16-11 lead over Hopatcong Chiefs. We'll be back with second quarter action here on the Brian Thomas Network right after this. All right, we're back here at Wallkill Valley and bringing my buddy Brian Thomas. Our score 16-11. Jackie Shells with 12 for Wallkill. Janie Henderson with 8. Brian?
Yeah, as we talked about at the top of the show, we want to give a big thanks to Brick and Brew. As we just mentioned, they're on Route 23 in Franklin. You can check them out at brickandbrew23.com. They're open 7 days a week at 11 a.m. And you can be sure to check out their live entertainment on weekends, which may include the Mile 39 Band.
Yeah.
Cover band, Coach Horniak's your drummer for. It's always a good time. If you're ever looking to hire a band, check out their Facebook page. And then KRP Automotive, your premier destination for auto repair in Franklin. You can visit them at krpauto.com. And don't forget, while you're on the internet, check out BrianThomasBasketball.com. We have our spring AAU trials coming up this coming Sunday. Third graders all the way up through high school kids. Make sure you get in there while you can. BrianThomasBasketball.com.
All right, Shells opened up the second quarter with a 3. She now has 15 of the 19 Wallkill points. Again, Earl was telling us before the game they were up and only down by 1 against Warren Hills, the number 4 seed in the HWS.
Yeah, they were up 8-0 to start, and I think 16-12 at the quarter. And even at the half, it was a really tight game. And then, Warren Hills does what a 4 seed should do against a 16 seed, end up winning by whatever it was, 15 or 20. And Warren Hills is a good team.
Yeah, they are. Year in, year out, the Blue Streaks.
And we talk about this all the time, Dan. Teams that are, struggle to start to get wins in December into January. And come February, you see a lot of these teams like Walker, they start playing better. They start figuring out each other, figuring out their roles as Hopatcong hits another one.
Henderson.
Yeah.
She's keeping them in the game. She's got 11. Jackie's got 15. Just flying under the radar is Henderson because they're struggling. But she's having a great year.
Yeah, and she's showing it so far. She's got a little bit of everything. She's attacking the basket. She's got that mid-range. She's hit a couple of those. She's a good player.
Yes, she is. We were kind of hoping former Hopatcong star and new mom Megan Tobin would be here today. Is she?
I think I see her, in fact,
yes,
over
I
in
do.
the corner.
There she is.
There she is. I heard she might be making an appearance for senior night.
1,000-point scorer and an assistant coach, but now on maternity leave.
If Coach Tobin is at home watching, how are you, Coach? Since we're talking all things Hopatcong.
That's right. You got to start. It starts and begins with the Tobins.
Right. And it also starts and begins with Dennis.
Yes. Oh, Jimmy was the first player.
Well, yes, that's a fair point. Jimmy, if you're listening, I apologize.
Yeah, I'm a big Jim fan. You know
I apologize.
That. One of my favorite guys and coaches to deal with over the years, Jimmy Tobin.
Dennis knows we like Jimmy better anyway. Oh, boy. He can't bench me for playing time now, so I'm in the clear.
You're going to cut your PT.
That's right.
You're lucky Gene Mendes liked you.
I really am.
Shells hits the free throw. And checking back in, Van Beekum. And she'll knock down both.
Yeah, Jackie's going to take a seat. It looks like she kind of twisted her ankle on that last play. Looks like she may have come down on somebody's foot. So they're gonna take a quick look at that. She's walking on it. So it may just be a little tweak.
Rebecca Kruger will check in, number 11. Henderson could almost get to the full. Van Beekum blocked. Stay here with Henderson. And you can see right away without Jackie rebounding an issue.
Sure.
Good job by Hopatcong to take advantage of that.
Good thing is she's jogging over there on the sideline as she's getting looked at.
And Van Beekum, great job. She's going to go to the line to shoot, too, to make this possibly a 6-point game.
Hopatcong fighting hard here. As you said, what do you expect from a Jamie Douglas
team,
coach team? Yeah.
Absolutely. You want to talk about tough. Her and Jen Hughes, forget about it down low for Hopatcong. They battled Tara Dilworth from Sparta, who was 6'2". And Jamie's about 5'10", but played much bigger. And had a great career at Delphi, Division II All-American, if I remember correctly.
Talk about some good front lines with those two teams.
Oh, yeah. And great guard play, too. And you had Kat McPhail out there, who had a nice career at William Patterson afterwards. And she coached Lenape Valley for a while,
Right.
Kat, and led them to a section championship game in 2013.
That's right.
Lindsay Zabo was the big player on that team, if I
Yep.
remember correctly.
Melissa Rabe.
And there was a Quaglia, Marissa, I think.
Yes. Who was a junior at the time,
Yes.
who ended up scoring 1,000 points of her own.
Absolutely. Farrenfeld, and that'll be double dribble. So Chiefs have a chance to cut into this deficit.
Wallkill going to stay in that 2-3. They got to get out the shooters. But more importantly, they got to find a body and box out because Hopatcong is owning them on the boards right now.
Yes, they are. And they got to find number 5. And going to the line. Good work by the Chiefs.
Some people think it's easier to rebound when you're in a zone. But no, it's not, because the bottom line is whether it's man or zone, you have to find a body and box out, because a lot of kids will turn and go after the basketball right away. Next thing you know, if it bounces over your head, well, you're not going to get that ball. So you got to find a body first, 9 times out of 10, and then go find the basketball.
Kelsey Weber goes to the line. This is the first. Shell's coming out of the locker room. Jokingly, if I was Jamie Douglas, I would have one of her players follow into the locker room. A box of one extended to the hallway.
Right. Little intimidation factor.
Yeah, well, just to make sure someone's with her at all times.
Yeah, that's right.
But she comes sprinting out. She's ready to go. We have a timeout. On the floor, second timeout called, I believe, by Hopatcong. Actually, no. First one was Wallkill, so 4 total timeouts left. The great Mike Lipscomb working the clock, the legend.
The legend, no doubt about that.
You name a sport, that man can work the clock or coach it. Did some football games with me in the fall. Was the head coach of the women's team at Sussex. And he coached for, I think, 2 games. Steph DiPiano, then Steph Peterson.
Sure.
She went out, scored 41 points.
Wow.
They were 2-0, and then she blew out her knee.
Oh.
Mike had a great team put together that year.
It's like a Swiss Army knife, this guy.
Mm-hmm. But we think about Jackie Shells, you think about the great players who have come through this Wallkill program. You go all the way back, and I'm old, so I can, to the days of Franklin High School with Greta Senzavicki.
Yep.
And what Greta did with those programs, and she was the first coach at Wallkill when they opened their doors in '82. And they won a couple section titles. The great Jill Harden, Betty Shanstra, Donna Wolf. I mean, they were dominant as it gets. They used to beat Fred. Fred was still building Sparta.
And we were here. What was it? I think it was last winter when they had,
Yes,
whether it was an
Greta came
alumni
up.
night or
Yes.
whatever it was, and so
was
many
here.
of those players were here and they were celebrated that night. That was a fun night.
Love Greta. And Hopatcong was good too back then in '82. Bob Wheeler was the head coach. Shells all the way.
Guess that ankle's okay.
Yeah, I guess so. Back to a 10-point lead, 23-13. Shells with 17.
Let's see if Wallkill can kind of put their foot down and extend this lead over these next couple of minutes and really have a stranglehold going into halftime. You got to give so much credit to Hopatcong, though. They are not going away.
No, you knew they weren't. Van Beeken with the bucket, 23-15, 5 minutes ago.
Once again on an offensive rebound. That's been the key to their game plan tonight.
A lot of great battles back in the day. Bob Wheeler from Hopatcong, Freddie Gefkin from Sparta. I had a front row seat to a lot of those. Inside, that's a great look off the glass for Wallkill Valley. And that's a nice basket by Katie Klukowski.
An excellent pass by Gabby finding the open girl.
Bob Wheeler finished his career coaching at Lenape Valley. The Wheels were well over 250 wins, I think. Back rim, good look, gets her own miss. Still loose. Anderson gets to it. Here come the Rangers. And good thought, but good. Zaluka with the read. Try to work it inside to Van Beekum. Loading up for 3. Unable to get it to go. But a good shot there. Taken wide open shot by Kelsey Weber. Kate Farrenfeld will check back in, number 4 for the Rangers.
And a nice job on the last possession by Hopatcong, sprinting back on defense. Looked like Kuhar might have had an open layup, but 2 Hopatcong girls gave everything they had and cut that right off.
And at halftime, Mike Lipson's going to announce all the stats Jackie's had this season, the ones we kind of announced, where she is in the NJAC, one of the best girls basketball leagues in the state, as Shells will roll to the basket.
How long is halftime going to be, a half an hour?
Exactly. It's going to be like a mini series.
I mean, it's crazy, though. I mean, to to be 1 in points, 1 in rebounds, 3rd or 16th, I should say, in blocks, but in the state, 3rd in points, 3rd in blocks.
And 16th in rebounds.
16th, I mean, it's crazy. Great pass.
Great look by Shells inside to Anderson. She could do it all.
Nice job by Tara Anderson, running the floor, keeping those hands ready, and a nice finish.
Jamie Douglas will call a timeout. She'll have 3 left with 3:12 to go. She'll call a full timeout. So Wallkill Valley, their next game will be against Booton. And they want to finish strong.
Yeah.
And I didn't check the PowerPoints. They're probably flirting around not getting in.
Right.
Probably on the bubble. They got in last year, won a game last year.
Sure did.
But they lost some good kids to graduation last year from that team. Erin Anderson was a presence in the middle. Trinity Hartung, she could shoot from 3. And then 2 terrific athletes, multiple sports athletes, in Kelly and Jen Roth, the twins.
That's right.
So it was tough to lose them.
You know, and that explains some of their struggles this year. I mean, you lose, 4 or 5 seniors.
Yes.
Any team that loses, 4+ seniors that all got significant minutes, most of the time you're going to struggle early on in that next year because now you have to. We've seen it with multiple teams this year that we've covered, that you're going to have just some growing pains. It's going to take some time for kids to understand their roles. And it's not about knowing plays. It's understanding the role
Right.
that you're supposed to play on that particular team because it was different than what you were in 8th grade.
8th grade to varsity, a gigantic jump no matter what the sport.
Because now you're playing against, as an 8th grader, you're playing against 8th graders. As a 9th grader, you're playing against 12th graders.
Hey, we want to thank the great superintendent here, Dave Carr, athletic director Darryl Jones, for their great hospitality. Vice principals Adam Vasquez, Chris Bugowski, and Vito Morghese. Vito Morghese's son, Jack, first team All-State kicker at Hopatcong.
Wow.
What a kicker he was. Great career over at PJ. Adam Vasquez, terrific football player and wrestler at Vernon. And Chris Bugowski used to be the AD here at Hopatcong and baseball coach.
I feel like when we come to Wallkill, you're always the encyclopedia, but I feel like anytime we're at Wallkill, you're like the encyclopedia on steroids. Like it all comes out, and it's always there. But for some reason, this atmosphere, this environment brings
gym.
all of it out.
I've had tremendous memories in this gym in my years of calling and writing about games in Sussex County.
You and me both.
And a great look inside and a good finish. Henderson.
Hopatcong smart, trying to double Jackie and get the ball out of her hands, and Jackie's doing a nice job of keeping her eyes open and finding Tara Anderson a couple possessions in a row now.
Brian, was that your gentle reminder to let everyone know you scored your 1,000 point
No,
in this gym?
that was not at all what I was trying to get at.
Okay, just checking.
But if you're going to bring it up, I mean, my goodness.
Well, I was here for it.
Yes, you were.
And good job by the Chiefs. Little runner off the glass. No good. Rebound by Shells. And she was trying to give it to Farrenfeld, and she does.
That ball was just sneaking right away from her, and she finally got it to her. Nice job by Kate running the floor.
She was trying. If that was a yo-yo, she would have rolled it back in.
That's right.
2 minutes to go, first half. And now Wallkill Valley getting some separation. But an 18-point lead.
Well, the biggest key in these last couple of minutes is they started to get those defensive rebounds and started to limit the second shots for the Hopatcong Chiefs.
Blocked by Shells. Clean. Henderson can't get it to go. Anderson exerting her will thus far. Here comes Jackie. And hell ball.
It's amazing, though, when she gets that head of steam, and she's so strong now also. She's not frail. You can't push her around.
No.
When she gets that head of steam, man, it's hard to stop her. Whether she makes a layup or whether she ends up on the foul line. She's usually pretty effective with whatever decision she makes.
Number 24, Riley Dunnigan, is checked in with a minute 30. Shells with the steal. Takes it and finishes. She's got 21. And you know what? 21 out of 35. For most teams, that's a lot, but that's pretty good for Wallkill support. And a nice answer there with the jumper for the Chiefs, Ava Zaluka. She ends that Wallkill run, 35-17, under a minute to go. Shell spots up for 3, all net.
I mean, why not? Why not? I mean, she's putting it all on display. So we've seen the blocks, we've seen the rebounds, we've seen the steals, we've seen the assists, we've seen the points. We've literally seen all of it.
This is her highlight tape. She doesn't have to make one.
Right, right.
So look again. Good open shot. Can't get it. Henderson, great offensive board. They work it inside, no good, and Shells with another board 32 seconds ago. And again, always looking up the pass. Nice look inside. Fehrenfeld steps around, can't get it to go. Rebound pulled down by Henderson. And on the leak out, who's the first one back? Shells.
And got a piece of it.
Yes, indeed.
She's just got the competitive spirit and fire that you want.
Great look. Can't finish. 7 seconds to go. Wallkill with plenty of time. They're going to take the three. Could be a putback opportunity. No, Chiefs will get it. And the buzzer will sound. And a very good first half for Wallkill Valley in the books on Senior Day. Jackie Shells with 24 points as they have a 38-17 lead over Hopatcong. You're on Brian Thomas basketball, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back here at Wallkill Valley Regional High School here on Brian Thomas basketball. And a 38-17 lead for the Rangers, and leading the way. I'll give you 3 guesses who the leading scorer is, Brian Thomas. And the first 2 don't count.
Well, then I'm going to go with Jackie Shells.
You won.
Yep.
Go to Atlantic City or buy a lottery.
That's right.
Leading scorer for Hopatcong?
Oh, that's easy right there. That would be, of course, number 5, Janie Henderson.
Absolutely. She's got 8.
What do I get for that?
A scratch-off. That Jordan Catelli will buy.
Nice. Thanks, Jordan.
He's got that kind of cash. All right, so Jackie Shell's putting on a showcase. Honored before the game for becoming the girls' all-time leading scorer here at Wallkill. Jamie Gagg in attendance, which is awesome. To check out the passing of the guard there.
Hopatcong going to stay in their man-to-man. Of course, they're going to try to deny Jackie the ball when she gets rid of it, as they're doing right now.
Jumper no good. That's Kirsten Albert, the other senior, who's a very good athlete in her own right.
Right.
Plays multiple sports. Good student. Don't want to get lost into the Jackie praise. Henderson draws the foul. She'll go to the line. Well, Kirsten, a terrific athlete and student as well. And I bet you Jackie be the first one to tell you, talk about Kirsten.
That's right.
And that's not fake humility. She really means that.
Yeah, she's not a huge fan of the spotlight. She just wants, she gets her work done, and she wants to perform and she wants to play. She loves the game, and even as much as her love for the game is her love for the process of getting better. And I've been fortunate to witness that, of just the hard work and the reps that she's put in to get her to this point. It's pretty amazing.
And here's the thing, too, folks. When she's off the floor, teams can make a comeback. So it's not like they're stuffing the stat sheet with keeping her in.
Right.
There's a chance the team can come back. I mean, if it's ridiculously big, no. But it's within 20 points. If she's out of the game, teams can go on a quick 10-0 run.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it in those 2 minutes that she was out with, when she rolled that ankle. I mean, right away the dynamic of the game changed. As you had mentioned, in real time, I mean, Hopatcong started to get on the glass and rebound the ball a lot better. And then the moment she got back in the game, she got a rebound, she got a steal, and got a bucket, and things stabilized for the Rangers.
Wallkill will inbound.
What's great is that she was, her progression as a freshman and sophomore, she was very tentative, and she didn't want to step on any toes. She didn't want to shoot the ball that much, so I know the coaching staff had to implore her, even last year a little bit, implore her to actually put up more shots and be more aggressive, because you have that capabilities. And now she's really come into her own. And Tara Anderson has had a nice game today on the offensive glass, running the floor, getting putbacks, and now back on the free throw line.
Her sister, 4-year starter, graduated last year, was the player of the game when we did the Pretty in Pink game in 2023. She had 11 boards.
Yeah, what a great display she put on that night.
Yeah, she did. And her younger sister filling right in, starting as a 4-year. So, God willing, Earl will have 8 years of Anderson working the post. Rattles out. Rebound pulled down by the Chiefs. They'll bring it up. Catch and shoot. Can't get it to go. That's Zaluka. Zaluka's got a nice shot. On the give. And good hustle there by the Chiefs. That's Zaluka. That's tough. All that hard work. It just hits the sideline. But got to love the hustle. Great to see Kathy Willie here. Talking to her at halftime.
Yeah, always good to see Coach Willie.
Catch and shoot. In and out. Henderson with the rebound.
People tend to forget that she played in the ACC, played for Wake Forest.
No doubt.
I mean, that is as big time gets.
Blocked by Shells. And we'll have a held ball. And as humble as they get.
Right.
We always tease her how good she was. No, no, no.
Yeah. And the answer is yes, yes, yes.
Yes. I mean, arguably the best point guard in school history until Allie Sweeney graduated last year.
Right.
And that includes Claire Morrison, who went to Oral Roberts, Stacey Rossi, some great players at Sparta. Look at that, step back, but getting a piece of a good defense by the Chiefs.
Yeah, I mean, look, as you know better than anybody on the planet, if you go down position by position in Sparta girls history, point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center, I mean, talk about a deep roster.
Talk about a deep athletic ability, a block and then take it the other way.
Yes.
42-20. Jackie has 30.
She's right at her average.
2 timeouts left for Hopatcong.
Want to give a shout out once again to Brick and Brew. They're located on Route 23 in Franklin. They offer great choices for all your dining needs, from a quick bite on your lunch break to a dinner date with loved ones to a weekend gathering with family. Enjoy the atmosphere of Brick and Brew with great tasting dishes and amazing service. Open 7 days a week, starting at 11 a.m. Be sure to check them out at brickandbrew23.com. And, of course, be sure to check out their live entertainment on weekends, which you never know could include the Mile 39 Band.
An appearance by Earl on the drums.
That's right. They're a cover band who frequently play at many of the local establishments. They provide fun entertainment for folks to enjoy. If you get a chance, go see them play. It's always a good time. And if you're looking to hire a band, check out their Facebook page. And finally, KRP Automotive, your premier destination for auto repair in Franklin. Check them out at krpauto.com.
Mile 39 Band is a lot of fun, folks.
Nothing better than live music.
Yep. Especially if you're an old man like me, that they play, I sound like my music.
Get off my lawn.
Those kids with the rock and roll and their haircuts. They don't even listen to rock and roll. Everyone listens to rap now.
I'm with you with the rock and roll still. I mean, there really is, though. There's nothing like, whether you go to a restaurant or go to a concert, nothing like live music and a small spot like that. What do we got going on here?
Jamie Douglas laughing with the officials here.
Oh, looks like we have
something on the floor.
Maybe some sort of wet spot. Maybe one of the kids fell, sweat.
Coach Cooper working the game, coaching at Lenape Valley, a long time.
Coach Douglas was fooling around with Coach Horniak, putting the T sign up. Give him a T, tee him up. Looking for any advantage that she can.
I'm surprised Jackie didn't grab the broom and just start cleaning. Why not?
That's right.
And how cool is, we talked about how multifaceted she is. Jeff Colarusso, the director of the band here and does a great job at Wallkill Valley, came up to us and said, I have a concert tonight, but I did not want to miss the beginning of the game to see Jackie, because Jackie's also in the band.
Right. Of course she is.
That tells you something right there, that Jeff, a very busy man, wanted to get here. And also Jackie's dad teaches here, great educator. And they were all out here, and all his former buddies, because he taught at Sparta all here. Jerry Carter, Kathy Willie. It's just a great night for the Shells. Oh, look good. Almost went in.
Yeah, they're excellent family. Excellent family. Jackie's got great parents. She's got a better mom than she has a dad.
Uh-oh.
But great parents nonetheless.
You know I'm going to hear that from them.
Of course. That's the point.
Ball skips through. Well, Hopatcong will play Mount Olive next. That's a winnable game for the Chiefs. As we said, the Chiefs beat Orange, Whippany Park twice, and their division win was against Sussex Tech. They beat them 34-31. And Wallkill Valley will have Booton, another winnable game. That'll be their next game. Wallkill's wins. They beat Mount Olive 54-33. Kind of similar score. You don't hate playing that game, but it gives you some sort of matchup. They beat Newton. That's a great one. Beat Newton 50-42. Beat Hackettstown 57-46. And beat Newton a second time 55-50 in the HWS. Jackie went for 39-14 and 11. And then lost to Warren Hills 32-18. But Newton having a good year. Hackettstown always solid.
Yep.
They have a puncher's chance in every game Jackie steps on the floor.
Yeah, without a doubt. And the way the season started, I mean, they were looking at the schedule like, okay, where can we pick off some wins? And it was looking a little bit tricky. But, you know, give them credit, give Coach Horniak credit. You know, they've plugged away and kept fighting, and have been able to secure some wins that maybe some teams were a little bit surprised about.
Right. I remember before last year, Earl's like, I don't know where I'm getting to win. He won 16 games
Right,
last year.
exactly.
Shells from way downtown. Can't get it to go. He shot that from Oberg. Good defense there by Henderson. She's going to take it and blocked by Shells. Didn't get the body. Perfect positioning. Great look. Up and under and drawing the foul. Going to the line will be Kirsten Albert.
Sign of a good shot blocker is when you're not constantly fouling while trying to block shots. And Jackie is rarely in foul trouble.
It's all about body control. Kirsten Albert will go to the line. Hits the back rim. Earl Horniak played for Franklin, played for the great Frank Virtue, who coached here when Wallkill opened. And he was a freshman when the great Mike Ferreira was ripping up Sussex County and the state of New Jersey. We got a violation. Mike Ferreira went on to play at Niagara and Colgate. Played a cup of coffee with the Washington, then Washington Bullets. And him and Stekovich, 2,000-point scorers. Franklin, 1975, won a section title. I believe the first one in Sussex County history in boys basketball.
And when did Franklin then, did they merge into Wallkill, or how did that transition happen?
Well, Franklin for years was taking the kids from Ogdensburg, the regular sending districts for Wallkill Valley currently, and Vernon. And Vernon was big enough to get its own school. So back then, at one time, the kids from Ogdensburg went to Sparta. In fact, Betty Shancher, the great player here at Wallkill, went to Sparta her freshman year until Wallkill opened up.
Which makes sense. It's right around the corner.
But now Wallkill goes to Ogdensburg goes to Wallkill. So they opened the doors in '82, but the idea came about in the mid-'70s when Vernon opened up its own school, and Franklin was just bursting at the seams. It's a 100-year-old building.
Gotcha.
And in fact, Franklin in the mid-'70s till Vernon opened was going split session.
So Vernon kids were actually going to Franklin.
Yes, they did.
Interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah, they did. Well, Ferrera lived in the Scenic Lakes, and I think it was on the Vernon side.
Huh.
The Scenic Lakes kind of split in half between Hardiston and Vernon. And there's a basket. Henderson. Nope, missed. Excuse me.
It fooled me, too. It looked like it was a swish, but it turns out it was an air ball. It's one of those optical illusions.
Yes. Are you just being nice to the old guy?
No, I was really on the same page with you. Either that or I'm feeling as old as you are now.
Oh,
so.
Please, I don't wish that on anyone. Shells with the board, takes it all the way, and draws the foul and one.
Nice job of Jackie avoiding contact, or avoiding the travel, I should say, while absorbing the contact.
She unofficially has 32, 44-20 our score. So Frank Virtue and that Franklin team, 75. And they lost in the Group 1 state semifinals to the now defunct Clifford Scott High School out of East Orange.
Clifford Scott.
The Scotties. 2,000-point scorers. Sekovich went to UConn. I mean, for a small school up in Sussex County, and they drew crowds. Their team followed them everywhere. They would be sellouts when they played. In fact, you can talk to Dennis Tobin. He was a freshman sophomore when he played against those guys. And they won, Franklin won the first ever SCIL basketball title on boys, 76. I think they beat Kreskill to win the section title, and a nice take in the basket. Farrenfeld.
Great job, Kate, attacking the basket, making sure her shot was not blocked.
Turnaround. Nicely done. That jumper falls. And that's Avery Miller. Avery, a terrific softball player. Dad Paul, the coach. Looking forward to seeing her play this year in the springtime. Paul, a good dude. Coached football for a long time as an assistant. And had a couple of stints as the softball coach. But Avery's a legit softball player. I think Hopatcong boys were the first boys team to get to a final. They lost, I think, in '74. Dennis's freshman year, I think Jimmy was on. Jimmy might have been on that team. I'm not sure. One of the Leslies, I think, was on that team. But Hopatcong really came out of the gate as a basketball power when they opened up. And we'll have a foul, big collision. I think that's Lexi Weber. Nope, yes it is, 35. 1:29 to go. 3 fouls on the Chiefs, 2 on the Rangers. Checking in for Wallkill, Alexi Weaver. So Earl, I think, has gotten everyone in. Juliana Carpoleone has checked in, number 2. Diamond Alvarado.
Yeah, it looks that way. Nice job by Coach Earl getting everybody in.
He's been on the other side.
Yes, of course.
Shell's on the bench, so might not see Jack. Maybe see her for a couple minutes to start the 4th.
I would imagine, especially on senior night.
Yep. Good defense by the Chiefs. Earl with his great assistant coach, Sean Neal. Sean, the boys soccer coach here, was a terrific athlete here at Wallkill Valley. And Earl said, please say on the air what a job he's done as my assistant coach. I said, I say it all the time.
That's right.
Sean's
you really
one of
do.
my favorites.
Yeah.
I was teasing. I said, he's been covering sports since he was 5. His dad, Ron, a great guy, and his mom went to high school with me. Ron worked for us at the Herald doing football games.
Oh, cool.
And he would bring Sean and his brother to the games. They were 5 years old. And they'd come back to the Herald office, and they'd help out with the stats. And now he's grown into a terrific young man. It's great to see that.
Well, it's funny you're talking about the Tobins. They used to have
Almost. Henderson with the rebound.
When I was playing for Coach Tobin, he used to have little Mike and little Matt running around in practice when they were little toddlers. So
were they talking trash then?
Of course. What, are you kidding? Mostly to each other, though. Let's be honest.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
They play in that Ungerman league. They yell at each other.
That's right.
Pulling up, jumper, no good. Good thought. Coming down and take that jumper was Katie Klukowski, her brother Dylan. Good player for Eddie Pava.
Yeah, he's had a really excellent year for the boys.
Tough break for the boys losing Chris Genie. But he'll be back next
Ryan.
year.
Chris
Ryan.
is his dad.
That's right.
I don't think he has any eligibility left.
Chris played football here.
Yes, he did.
He was on the '94 championship team. I remember I interviewed him after they beat who they beat. It was Lodi, I guess. And he played line. He goes, "You want to talk to a lineman?" I said, "I'm an old lineman. I'm going to interview a guy. You open holes for Talmadge."
I love it.
Rutherford, not Lodi.
Yeah, what were you thinking, Dan?
Exactly. Wallkill
it's only 30 years ago.
And they will hold on to it. So 3 quarters in the books. Jackie Shell's senior night along with Kirsten Albert. They have a commanding 47-23 lead. We'll take a break. We'll be back on Brian Thomas Basketball.
And we are back here live at Wallkill Valley High School. Jordan Catelli here with you, with Brian Thomas, Dan Cleary stepping aside, and get ready to begin the fourth quarter here at Wallkill Valley Regional High School. 48-22 Wallkill leads. Here with my partner Brian Thomas. And Brian, what do you expect here late in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, we'll see how long. Yeah, Jackie Shell's back in the game, hitting a three on cue. You know, you would imagine she's not going to be in for too long. Let's see if Hopatcong can continue to fight here and try to make a run. Just so everybody knows, Dan Cleary is totally fine. He had a prior obligation that is on the time crunch. So we are thrilled to have Jordan back on the mic.
50-23 our score. Wallkill Valley here pushing in transition, getting it to go, and the basket and the foul is number 3 for Wallkill, Gabby Kuhn.
Gabby did a nice job running the floor. Excellent pass by Jackie. Right in for a possible three-point play.
So Gabby gets the free throw to go, increases the lead to 54-22. Wallkill Valley on this senior day here at Wallkill Valley.
Looks like Wallkill's now going to sit into that 2-3. They played man-to-man the first 3 quarters. Anytime you're into a lead like this. And I got to tell you, Jordan, I mean, certainly the biggest bright spot so far for Hopatcong has been Janie Henderson. She's had a nice game, doing a little bit of everything, a little bit of inside, a little bit of outside. She got that nice 15-foot jump shot. She's definitely got a bright future and has been playing really well this afternoon.
Yeah, the senior there, Jamie Henderson, she just got that last basket for the Chiefs. And a rebound here coming out is Ava Zola. Zola's shot is off the mark. And it's going to stay with Wallkill Valley. We have some contact and a tie-up underneath. And the possession arrow will give it to Hopatcong. Pull-up pop, and shot no good, but a whistle and a foul. Shot was put up there by number 35. I don't have a 35 here on my roster. We're going to shoot 2 here, though.
Good news, Jordan, is so far with this new foul rule of getting a 5 and then getting on the line for 2, we haven't had to deal with that yet because we've been, I mean, it's been a fairly clean called game. So that's something where, you know, if you haven't heard this yet, the new rule is once you get to 5 team fouls per quarter, then the opposing team is automatically going to shoot 2. The 1-and-1 is no longer here in New Jersey at the high school level. And the 7 and 10 team fouls are now gone also. So they reset after every single quarter the team fouls, and then they shoot 2 immediately after. And we haven't gotten to that yet so far today.
And that's both on the boys and girls level
Correct.
of high school basketball in the state of New Jersey. Implemented new this year with a whistle and a foul underneath.
And Wallkill's doing a nice job of continuing to move the basketball, get everybody involved, and they're getting great shots mostly around the basket and also getting to the foul line as well.
So this will be the freshman Juliana Camperleone at the line for 2. She banks in the first.
Gets in the scorebook.
So she'll get one more here. Off on the second. Rebounded by Wallkill Valley. Shot put up, no good. Rebound blocked, and eventually comes out here to Hopatcong. Up and under, getting it to go, is number 5, Jamie Henderson. She's had quite an afternoon here for Hopatcong, and her good afternoon continues for the Chiefs.
She has. She's, as we talked about just a minute ago, she's done a little bit of everything. She has been the offensive bright spot for the Hopatcong Chiefs this afternoon, whatever time it is. Who knows, right?
That's right. Early afternoon tip here at Wallkill Valley for the senior day. Pull-up pop, long 3, off the mark. Loose ball, last touch off Wallkill Valley, and it's heading out to Hopatcong. as we have 5:23 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Hopatcong will move it around. Pull up hop, no good. There by Ava Zola, rebounded by the Chiefs to keep the possession alive. Sherlock's shot is broken up. And here comes Wallkill Valley with the layup. Can't get it to go. Putback is good, though, for the Rangers.
Jackie's getting close to that 40-point barrier once again. It's not often you say that it happens multiple times, right, Jordan?
No, certainly not. Quite an athlete, quite a player, Brian. You mentioned coming into the game, she is certainly a central piece of this Wallkill Valley Rangers team.
Yeah, that's for sure. And she's probably going to be sitting down, I would imagine, for the remainder of the day. A heck of a performance once again, filling up the stat sheet. Not just points, but rebounds, blocks, steals, assists, you name it. And she can do it.
So Earl Horniak, the head coach, pulls her off the floor. And rebound here by Wallkill Valley. They'll come out and look to add to their lead here in the final 4.5 minutes of this fourth quarter.
There you go. Krakowski attacking the basket with a little floater right down the lane.
There you go. The freshman, another freshman in here for Wallkill, getting some valuable minutes. Long three put up there by Wiebach and off the mark.
I know they have at least 3 freshmen on the floor right now, possibly 4. So we talked about the youth of Wallkill Valley. And it's not just some of the girls that start, but a lot of their bench are freshmen and sophomores also. And this is where they're going to be able to really get some valuable experience and hopefully start to learn more towards next year and build more towards next year when they're going to have a much more prominent role with Jackie being off to college. And Fahrenfeld attacking the basket. She's doing a nice job in this second half of getting to the rim.
Basket goes and one, so she'll head to the line looking for the three-point play. 60-28 our score with 3:45 to play.
And of course, Jordan, we're keeping an eye on the HWS going on right now on both the boys and the girls side. And on the girls side, you got the favorites, the #1 seed, the Hopatcong girls, Hopatcong Lions, and they're going to be set to play upcoming pretty soon. We'll be interested to see, since they have yet to win one. They've yet to win an HWS in Hopatcong girls. The boys have won a number of them, but it'll be interesting to see if this is going to be their year with the Platt sisters and with Mia Washington and a number of other supporting factors that they're supporting players that they have on their team. They're going to have a lot of competition. There's no doubt about that, but that's going to be something to keep an eye on and watch, as I think we're into the quarterfinals now after the other night. So everything will be coming up on Saturday. You got the quarterfinals coming up Saturday. You got the semifinals coming up a week from Saturday. And then Friday the 16th over at Centenary, you'll have the finals for both the girls and the boys. And that's always a good time and a lot of fun to tune into or even to go to, because it's usually a pretty packed house there as well.
Yeah, choosing Centenary College as the host site for this year, huh?
Yes, they are. And actually, the semifinals for both the boys and the girls will be right here at Wallkill Valley, which is great if you are from Sussex County, because sometimes it's down in Hunterdon County.
Terrific venue here at Wallkill.
Yeah, it's the best. It's the best. So back in the day when it was the SCIL, it was all just the Sussex County teams. All the SCIL tournament finals were held right here, and you could probably see some of the bleachers up top that are not open today, but anytime there was an SCIL final, which was typically on a Saturday night,
yep,
all the bleachers were down, and there was not one seat that was empty. Standing room only. Doesn't matter who was playing. And the reason for that is just because since it was all Sussex County teams, everybody knew everybody, and there were a lot of different rivalries, and it was great basketball. So if you were a basketball fan, even if your team wasn't playing in the finals, you'd come out anyway because it was an event, and it was a place to see some great basketball and an absolutely incredible environment. I mean, imagine,
this place can get rocky.
Yeah, if you've never been here, you can't really tell how big it is until you walk in. And then imagine this place just filled up, man. It was a lot of fun to play in and be a part of.
And they also had the region tournament here at Wallkill Valley.
Right.
So back in the day, the Region 1 tournament, they would host it here. Darryl Jones, current athletic director. That would also pack them in here at Wallkill Valley. They love the wrestling up here in Sussex County.
Sure do. I still don't understand the rules to wrestling. That shows you how much I know. I mean, I could not tell you who's scoring points. All I know is that they are working their butts off.
That is for sure. And we have a whistle and a tie up underneath. Yeah, you saw Brian on the hardwood, not so much the wrestling mat.
That's
huh?
right. That's right. I will not be putting the headset on for a wrestling match.
Pull-up pop here by Wallkill, by Hopatcong, excuse me, rebounded by the Rangers. And Wallkill break the press. Headed up there to Cap Ringlone, the freshman. She loses possession to the Chiefs. And we have a whistle and a timeout. It looks like it's just going to be for some quick substitutions.
Yeah, it looks that way. Nice job by both coaches of making sure everybody gets a chance to play. You know, in a game like this with this kind of deficit, you always want to get those other players in. You know, just to have their ball in their hands a little bit, get a little bit of taste of it, understand the speed of the game, of the next level, and then start to be able to build and go from there. So it's going to be a big win for Wallkill on senior night, which is what they expected. That's what they were hoping for, hoping to play well, and they come out. I mean, Jackie came out firing right away, really established the tone of this game immediately, Jordan, and they really never looked back. I mean, they got it up to 10 or 12, and then Hopatcong cut it down to, I believe, 8 at 31-23, and that was the closest they got.
They really pulled away. A 22-6 run in that second quarter there for Wallkill Valley. It was 16-11 after 8 minutes of play, and then Wallkill really just stepped it up, kicked it up a gear, and have found themselves here with a 33-point advantage in the final 90 seconds here on Senior Day against Hopatcong.
And the only thing that they weren't really doing well is that Hopatcong was doing a nice job of getting offensive rebounds, and that was the one thing that was keeping them into striking distance. But then once Wallkill found bodies, like you're just seeing right here by the freshmen, that's what changed. They started to limit the possessions of the Hopatcong Chiefs. And then, of course, you know, you got the freight train, Jackie Shells coming down and attacking the basket, not only scoring, but finding her teammates, finding Tara Anderson, who had a nice game today as well.
So we have a whistle and a foul, but it'll be inbounded underneath to Wallkill, only the 4th team foul on Hopatcong. Long two, off the top of the backboard and in, however.
No dice.
No basket. Final minute of this afternoon's contest. 61-28 our score. Wallkill Valley with the Senior Day victory.
I want to thank Brick and Brew one more time today for sponsoring the game. Make sure you check them out at brickandbrew23.com. We also want to thank KRP Automotive Repair. You can check them out at krpauto.com. And, of course, the Mile 39 Band. Check out Coach Horniak beating them skins on the drums. And you can check out their Facebook page. And don't forget to check out BrianThomasBasketball.com. We got our spring tryouts coming up this coming Sunday, February the 4th. Third graders all the way up through high school kids. It's the best time of the year to get better is the springtime right after the season is wrapped up. So check us out on Instagram, check us out on Facebook, and go to our website at BrianThomasBasketball.com.
Thank you for the read, Brian. Thank you to all our sponsors for making this broadcast possible. And Wallkill will bring it up tonight for the final time. 61-28 is the final 10 seconds will tick away here on this Senior Day 2024 for the Wallkill Valley girls basketball program. Long three off the mark. And loose ball rebounded by Hopatcong. The horn will sound, and that will do it. 61-28, our final score. We'll keep it here. We'll stick around. Brian Thomas is going to come back and get some interviews for the winning Wallkill Valley Rangers, who get the 61-28 victory on Senior Day. We'll step aside, we'll come back, and we'll have Brian Thomas with some interviews right after this.
Trying to fall down. One of you guys pick me up. But you got to get the back of my shirts, too.
All right, we are back here with Coach Horniak after a big win on senior night. Coach, congratulations on the big win, and tell us about your thoughts on how things went for you at senior night tonight.
All right. Well, first of all, I want to thank our sponsors. It was awesome for the sponsor, Brick and Brew. We got to look at the back. Get that, Tyler? Hold on.
We got a wardrobe change happening here.
All
Is
right.
what's happening. Okay.
KRP Automotive. They're awesome. Take all our cars there.
KRP, thank you. At Brick and Brew, we had KRP. Yes, sir. You got another one here, Coach Earl?
Got another one.
What's coming up next?
You're not gonna, run out of time, are you?
Looks. We might.
Right.
Here we go.
Thank the band, Bill, Randy, myself. Go out and hear them. They're pretty good. Have a good time. All right. Hey, get the back.
The Fresh Pavement Tour.
There you go.
Come and check it
Actually,
out.
that was last year. We need a new tour name for this year.
We'll make that happen for you.
Any ideas, send them to
There we go.
And of course, this one, presidential time coming up. My man Dan, who had to leave, Dan Cleary for president. Come on, seriously? He's better than anyone else out there. There's no doubt in my mind. All right?
Is that it? That's a wrap? That's a wrap?
Last one.
You got another one?
As long as my belly doesn't
No
show.
wonder it took you so long to get back out here. My word.
And of course, you can't
Oh,
go
well,
without this.
if you're going to finish with that.
There you go. Got to finish with BT basketball. Anyway. Oh, wait.
All right, we're good. We're good.
All right, we good?
My man, so tell us about the
right, how's my
progress.
hair look,
It looks
all
great.
right? All right,
It looks
yeah.
great. Tell us about the progress. You guys got a lot of young girls. The progress of your team. You guys are starting to play much better. You're starting to be a lot more cohesive. Kind of give us your surmise about where you guys were and now where you guys are right now.
Yeah, well, it's tough, man, because we got 6 freshmen on varsity, and 2 sophomores, 1 junior, and then our 2 seniors. So yeah, it's been a work in progress. Hey, I told the kids, man, in November, I said our goal is to get better and get better as we go, show some improvement, and we've been doing that. I mean, the kids are working hard, and Jackie's out there as a great leader and role model for them. So, she's showing them how it really works and what it's all about. So yeah, we're getting there. It's slow progress, but hey, man, doing the best we can. It's interesting because we scare some teams, Like our record may not be that awesome right now, but hey, we went to Warren Hills and first half we were only down 1, and we were making that place shake a little bit, man. They were the number 4 seed, so people don't want to play us because you never know what's going to happen, especially this year with Jackie, because you never know.
That's right.
So anyway, Yep.
Thanks, Coach.
You got it.
All right, so you probably don't want me to be this much taller than you, right? There you go. Why don't you just step right here, Jack, and we'll be good to go. Here with Jackie Shells. Obviously, you're having a great season individually, but what I want you to talk about a little bit is more how you've been able to help a lot. You guys, we just talked about with Coach Earl. You guys got so many young girls. How have you been able to help them come along and mature, and what's that process been like?
Yeah, well, it's definitely a unique experience. I think not a lot of other teams have, the whole team basically freshmen, but I think the biggest thing in, helping them grow is just, learning to trust the process and having everyone buy into, the mental aspect of the game and, making sure that everyone understands that, wins don't always mean, everything, and losses don't always mean you're not getting better. So just really focusing on, looking at things and not always going by the numbers, not always going by the score, but looking at, are the skills getting better and keeping the future in mind.
Excellent, because we were talking about on air how when you were a freshman, you had upperclassmen that were able to help you along. So do you feel like almost like you're returning the favor and you're passing that back on down the line?
Yeah, 100%. My freshman year, I had 4 seniors that really helped me, learn quick, learn really fast, and learn kind of on the job type of thing. So now I feel like me and Kirsten, the only seniors, kind of got to repay the favor, do the same thing.
Yeah, awesome. You're having a great year, and hopefully you guys will continue to get some W's and finish on a great note. So congratulations. All right, that's a wrap here. Oh, Earl's got one more thing to say. Yeah, go ahead,
Like,
Earl.
seriously, this girl here, man, she's amazing. I don't know if you said on the air some of the stats, but in the end, Jack, she's first in points, first in rebounds, first in blocks. She's in there for assists and for steals. And in the state of New Jersey, man, she's one of the top 5 in the state of New Jersey. So, God bless her. And it's through hard work that she got there. It's not by accident, all right? And we can't be any more proud of her. So, Jackie, congratulations, man. Heck of a season. And, hey, we ain't done yet. We got more to go.
There you go. All right, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you stay tuned to BT Broadcasting for the next game that'll be coming up next week. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, sir.